What's up, guys? It is Chris back with another watch video, and today I have a really cool watch to show you guys. This, you might recognize the logo. This is RZE. I'm not sure if I actually say that right. It is a German name. However, it's not actually a German brand. I believe the brand is actually located in Singapore. But this is the Endeavor, their dive watch. Before I get into it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It's super helpful for the channel, and I very much appreciate it. So previously, I showed you their field watch, and like I mentioned, this is their dive watch. And I also have the packaging. Last time, I don't believe I had any of the packaging that watch actually came in, and it does come in a pouch that is sort of like, I guess this is, it's not leather, it's like a leatherette, but I think it's meant to be like a waterproof type pouch. It's kind of nice, and the zipper actually has a little bit of rubber around it, so you get a splash-proof or waterproof pouch. And then inside this pouch, and so it's a one watch sort of pouch. You could put other things in here, but it holds down right here, just like that. The way it was shipped to me, they actually had the spring bar removed from here, and it was just sort of in the actual two holders here. I don't think that really makes that much sense. I'm not sure how you would actually use this for this watch. And the reason why I say that is because once I size this, it's not going to actually stretch to fit underneath these two bungee cords. So I don't know. This is just a thing. It says, "Welcome to the community." It's a little bit about the watch, a little bit about the team, and they've actually rebranded from RZE to RZE, and previously they used the same logo, but previously they were RZE. Now they are RZE, but they are still they're still called the same thing. However, their company is now actually RZE. They had to rebrand for a few different reasons, I guess, but either way, here is the watch. And as you can see, it is a dive watch. This is a 40.5 millimeter dive watch. And it is all titanium, just like their field watch. I only had the field watch when it was on a strap. They actually came out with a bracelet for it, and I believe that this is similar to the bracelet that they used on their field watch. And this is an all titanium bracelet as well. It's grade 2 titanium, and it gets a extra hard coating on the bracelet, on the case and bezel. The bezel actually also has a titanium insert. Very similar dial treatment on this. It's sort of like a pebbled sand textured dial, applied indices. 12.5 millimeters thick. You do get an NH38A, so that is a dateless version of the NH35. 200 meters water resistance, screwed in crown, and of course you get super luminova on the hands and the indices. So we will do a lume shot at the end. I think you also get a little lume on the bezel. I don't believe that the bezel is actually lumed, based off the fact that the indices are filled with sort of a black coloring. So I would imagine they are not. The dial is actually kind of interesting, and I'll do some close-ups of it. Like I said, it's a pebbled or a sand dial, and it has like a little bit of blue in it and black. It's like a dark blue, or a very I don't know, maybe a black with a little blue in it. It looks really good. The bracelet integrates and forms to the case very, very nicely. You have drilled lugs, of course, and milled end links and a milled clasp. It tapers very nicely, which I very, very much like. Very typical fold-over buckle on here, like you see on many, many micro brands, and I've seen this on so many micro brands now. I wish that someone would do a little bit something different, but I guess it works, and that's the reason why everybody's using it. And it is signed right there on the fold over. The look to lug on here is 46 millimeters, so it's actually really, really tight. And you can see the bracelet folds directly down. There are female end links, so really no extra girth from that bracelet whatsoever. Crown, very nice, big, deeply signed. And let's listen to the bezel action. Now, usually titanium watches don't have the best bezel action, but let's try it out. Yeah, it's not incredible. It's not going to be the best bezel action that I've experienced on this channel, but It's decent. It's pretty tight. There's no wobble in it. It's a little fast. The clicks are a little bit unsubstantial, but it's not bad. I wouldn't. I don't think it's terrible. Unscrewing the crown. Of course, you do not have a go state position on this because they are using the NH38. So there is one click. It is pretty smooth, especially for an NH35. It actually a very nice operation. Very nice hands on here. Very simple sort of baton hands and baton sort of stick indices. Nothing that is too out there. This is a pretty cool watch. I like that they have screwed links in here and a pretty thin bracelet. Not a ton of micro adjust, but the links aren't huge, so you probably be able to get a very good fitting to it. The case has a lot of angles on it, very similar again to that field watch. You could see on the side here, lots of shapes, angles. I really, really liked that field watch. I really like this watch. I think it's really something cool, something a little bit special. Pretty much a sterile back on here, nothing on the back. It just says a little bit of wording on the outside of the rim of the actual screwed in case back. I'll do close-ups of that so you can see as well. But an all titanium watch, $359. That's a pretty good deal, I have to say. They really went the extra mile with this watch, and they did a lot of really nice little features on here. There was only one issue with this watch that I have found, and I haven't really had a lot of time to actually play around with it. I haven't actually worn it at all. I have noticed that the links do stick a little bit, and it doesn't happen on command, obviously, but I also noticed that so you can see right there, that link is sort of kinked a little bit, and it gets a little bit kinked in other areas as well. This was kind of hard to actually put into. The tolerance was a little bit too tight. I got it in. It was fine. It stays in. And then, of course, that pouch that it comes with kind of doesn't make sense unless the watch is on a strap. You're not going to be able to use the pouch it comes with to actually travel with this watch. So that's something to keep in mind. Other than that, I mean, $359 is the initial price, so I think that they're going to start out with this initial price, and then they're going to move up to $459 eventually. $359 for this is a really good deal. The only other thing I would say, and I'll throw it on my wrist for this, before I do, I am wearing the watch that Rock the Watch gave me. This is, I love this watch. I've been wearing it for a few days now. This is the Glycine Combat Sub, just a really cool watch. And you can see that thinness, I keep on pointing this out, but 10.6 millimeters thick. Just awesome, really a fabulous dive watch. I'm really impressed by it. But here it is on my 7.5-inch wrist. So this is the Endeavor, as I mentioned, just to remind you of the name. But there is one other thing that I will mention. The entire watch is bead blasted. If you do not like that, that is something you really need to consider. The entire watch, there is no brushing, there is no polishing. The entire watch is bead blasted. And because of that, when you have it off your wrist, it feels a little bit cheap. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not well made. It just feels, because of the finishing, the feel of the watch itself, it just feels like cheap metal. It isn't. It's made out of grade 2 titanium. But if there were some polished edges, maybe some brushed edges on the watch, it would give it a little bit more, a nicer feel just in the hand. It's a light watch. It's really, really light. And it's really good looking, I have to say. I really like it, and I really think it's worth the $359, 100%. $459 is a little bit of a stretch because of that NH35, even though it's titanium. A lot of watches are coming out that are titanium, and they're offering the 9039, and a few other brands are coming out with things in the future. So it's definitely something that you got to keep your eye on. But listen, a good looking watch at a very, very good price, especially that initial offering price. Very quickly, we'll do a Lume shot, and then we'll wrap up the video. Lume is excellent, really, really good. And you can see that it's pretty liberally applied to the hands indices, and then you have a little bit of a triangle right there on the 12 o'clock to give you some orientation in the dark. It's a mixture of sort of a mint green and a mint blue color. Looks really good. BGW9, I would imagine. Very nice. I really like the Lume. I like this watch. I think it's a really nice watch. Once you have it fitted up and you put it on your wrist, that the brushing, the feeling of the brushing isn't really that big of a deal. It probably is just something that's in my head. But I do like to see a little bit more finishes on a watch, and it sort of gives it a little bit more visual appeal. I get the whole idea behind doing all brushing, but you know, it's really utilitarian, and it's kind of like, you know, a no joke, all business type of watch. But again, most of us aren't going to go diving with this watch. It's something that we're going to be wearing day to day, and to have that a little bit of brushing, maybe a little bit of polishing on the sides of the bracelet, something like that, it would look a little bit nice. It's expensive to do that because this is grade 2 titanium, so it's not that easy. Anyway, listen, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I really want to hear from you guys. I think it's pretty cool, $359, but like I said, I want to hear what you guys think of the watch as well. Please also don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that bell icon. It's super helpful for the channel, and I very much appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is WatchChrisBlog. I have some links in the description. Those links are to Amazon. If you click those links and buy anything, it helps support the channel, doesn't cost you anything extra. However, I very much appreciate it. Anyway, thank you for logging on. I'll catch you guys in the next video.